No, you mustn't assume that the general population is as ignorant as you are.
On Paul's team tonight is the leader of UKIP, who was recently interviewed in his Mayfair office by Alistair Campbell, thus giving the sniper across the street with one bullet a terrible dilemma. Please welcome Nigel Farage.
Thank you. They've had enough of MPs claiming expenses, and it's very damaging for everyone, isn't it, Nigel?
Nigel, what do you think about her resigning? On the basis she doesn't even know where she lives, I wouldn't have thought she's fit to be in the cabinet, would you? So I'd say good riddance, frankly. I think it's absolutely disgusting, all these elected politicians are using all these expenses to better themselves. It's disgraceful, isn't it, Ian?
It is absolutely disgraceful, Mr. Kettle.
What we've seen is a Prime Minister who clearly is totally disconnected with how the voters in Britain feel about MPs' expenses. That was Nigel Farage. The same Nigel Farage who in 2009 revealed that as an MEP he'd claimed in expenses £2 million of taxpayers' money.
Yeah. And who was it? Who was it that brought up the issue of £2 million and me and taxpayers' money? Dennis McShane.
Yeah, he's in jail, but you're not.
Yes, I had noticed that.
Good.
Yes, well, as a tax-funded MEP, Nigel Farage is an equal opportunities employer. Some of our money has gone to his wife and some to his mistress. Or have I got that wrong?
I think that is allegedly, don't you? I think that is allegedly.
We can set the record straight now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you ought to say allegedly, quite honestly.
Can I say, as a member of the press, I think, you know, actors really are in need of a royal charter. I mean, that sort of allegation is pretty distressing. What, is it true?
No, afraid not.
Not true at all?
Not true at all.
Any of the good bits?
There are good bits.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Right.
Well, let's have a look, shall we, at some of those revelations. Here is Nikki Sinclair, a former UKIP MEP, now representing the We Demand a Referendum party in the European Parliament. Take a close look at the reaction of the translator in the bottom left corner of the screen.
Does Mr Farage think it's a fair use of taxpayers' money, namely his secretarial allowance, not only to employ his wife Kirsten, but his former mistress Annabel Fuller? Is this a responsible use of taxpayers' money, Mr Farage?
Well, I would just say this to you, Chairman. This is somebody who hid under the cloak of parliamentary privilege to make those comments, and when asked to repeat them, publicly refused to do so.
Quite funny, though.
I think it's time for a game of fruitcake or loony. OK, everyone, fingers on your buzzers. I'll show you some UKIP party members. You have to buzz in and tell me whether they're a fruitcake or a loony. Here's the first one.
I don't know who he is.
Ian.
I'm just guessing.
Yep.
Fruitcake.
I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. He's a loony. He's a would-be UKIP councillor and loony John Sullivan, who wrote, "Regular physical exercise releases boys' tensions and thus avoided homosexuality." Which is quite right, Mr Sullivan, and that's why you'll never see a gay man down the gym. Fingers on buzzers, here's your next one. Nigel Farage, UKIP party.
This is a bit tricky, this one, because he's the treasurer and one of our biggest donors. And I wouldn't really like to call Stuart Wheeler either. I'll have to go for fruitcake.
Is the correct answer.
Oh,
you got it right. Yes. This is UKIP party treasurer Stuart Wheeler and Fruitcake, who said that women had no place in the boardroom and couldn't compete with men at sports, even when they're not physically disadvantaged. He said, chess, bridge, poker, women come absolutely nowhere. I think that just has to be borne in mind. Final go, fruitcake or loony?
I don't know the chap.
No? Anyone?
I'm going to go for loony.
It's the wrong answer. It's actually a trick question. He's not a fruitcake nor a loony. He's a closet racist. a public meeting about travellers, he said, "The Romanians, they'll stick a knife in you as soon as look at you." His name is Rob Fraser.
Well, thanks for telling me.
Well, there you go. UKIP supporter.
Nice chap, buys his round.
Nigel, have you had your portrait done?
No.
How would you describe your look?
Ragged.
Ragged. Anyone else have a view on how Nigel looks?
Swivel-eyed?
Well, I think Defence Minister Anna Soubry described you best, Nigel, when she told viewers of Andrew Marr's programme.
Yeah.
I always think he looks like somebody has put their finger up his bottom and he really rather likes it.
Wow. That's what we expect.
I get lonely.
Nigel, you were once given a can of 7-Up by your UKIP pals
I remember
in
that now.
Brussels.
Yes.
Why was that?
I've forgotten the reason.
Oh, well, luckily I do know.
Oh, really?
Well, according
Funny
to
that.
former Deputy Party leader Mike Natras, is that how you say it? Natras?
I'm trying to forget, but go on.
Yes. It was allegedly a prize for bedding a Latvian woman 7 times in one night.
That definitely is not true.
Scientists hunt for what in Yorkshire?
Optimism. People who've been to Norfolk.
Given the theme of tonight, UKIP voters, it could be, couldn't it? You know.
Close. Scientists hunt for Martians in Yorkshire.
OK, what are UKIP's 5 pledges?
Ah, straight talking. Straight talking. That's what you get.
That's 2, yeah. I think we can all guess the other 3.
I think you probably can.
What are they?
Let's cut. Let's cut. Let's get rid of all the quangos and all the bureaucrats and all those useless people that
What
we're
country are the
paying
Quangos from?
Like, I'm not sure. Were they a pop group at some point?
I thought you were going to say they're Belgian at that point.
No, I'm not very popular over in Belgium.
Why is that?
I seem to have upset the former Prime Minister. It was just sort of straight talking, really, but they didn't like it very much.
Well, it was more rude, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was just normal parliamentary banter, really.
Well, but you said that one of UKIP's promises was that you would restore British things like politeness to debate, and then you called him a damp rag.
Yeah.
And said Belgium was a non-country.
Well, that's true. No, that is true. It is a non-country.
What, compared to Britain at the moment?
Should we have a little clip of you addressing the Belgian in question?
Well, if we don't, we've wasted the last 10 minutes, haven't we? You know, really, you have the charisma of a damp rag and the appearance of a low-grade bank clerk. And the question that I want to ask, that we're all going to ask, is who are you? I've never heard of you. Nobody in Europe had ever heard of you. And I can say with confidence that I can speak on behalf of the majority of the British people in saying, we don't know you, we don't want you, and the sooner you're put out to grass, the better.
Can I just ask, have you ever done a best man speech before?
I thought it was quite moderate and reasonable. I don't know what the audience thinks.
How could you speak on behalf of the British people on the size of your vote?
Well, I could say with confidence that nobody in Britain knew who he was. I mean,
I can say with confidence I've been to the moon. It doesn't mean it's happened.
Did you know who he was?
Yeah, that's Sven-Goran Eriksson. No, you mustn't assume that the general population is as ignorant as you are.
I'll remember that, then.